So here we go. We have Dana Varble, your Chief Veterinary Officer.
Yes.
I'm the CVO too, so I know that's really cool for another company, of course.
Great.
And Gene O'Neill. So Gene, you are now the CEO of VMX. So we already know this is the premier trade show for a veterinarian. I've been coming here for over 30 years. So it's great. And talk about numbers. How many people show up to come to this conference?
I gotta tell you, this is probably our best year that we have when you go down there and feel the excitement. But right now we probably have close to 18,000. We'll probably finish with over 18,000 for this year alone.
That's great. When I think about one of my mentors when I was in veterinary school, she said to me, and it just resonates with me, Jeffrey, don't be such a hotshot. She goes, because every 5 years, half of what was gospel is now obsolete.
Yes.
And I'm a pack rat. I actually have my old exams from vet school 40 years ago. And it's like, am I nuts? But it's great. So tell me, there is so much innovation on the veterinary side. What really hits you?
There's so much exciting stuff. I agree, and it does all change. But I can't believe how much we're seeing with artificial intelligence helping us use diagnostic tests to get answers quicker, get more clear answers, and being able to catch diseases earlier in an animal's life.
That's great. So, okay, so you talk about what are some new things that just, even as a veterinarian, what kind of strikes you?
Okay, so the coolest thing that I'm seeing that I can't wait to get in my clinic is there is a new ultrasound probe that attaches to a smartphone. How easy is that?
So you can actually use your smartphone as an ultrasound machine.
As an ultrasound machine.
That is unbelievable.
Yes, you don't even need a whole big ultrasound machine anymore. They used to be the size of washing machines, now it's the size of your tablet.
That's amazing. Now, how about, there was something about with the eyes, AI you're using, what's that
Yeah,
all about?
we're using artificial intelligence now to look at pictures of retinas and be able to detect eye disease earlier and with more clarity than ever before.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And also, something that I always find intriguing, we know that animals get cancer. I mean, for an older dog, it's probably the most common killer of cancer. So uncommon of dog is cancer. So we talk about immunotherapy. What's going on in the realm of immunotherapy now?
Immunotherapy basically is a new type of cancer treatment that teaches our immune system to basically combat cancer itself. So instead of giving drugs that damage cancer cells, we're actually teaching our immune system to remove cancer cells from our body, which is cool because much lower set of side effects and it's much better tolerated by a wide range of patients.
And lastly, before I have another question for Gene, and that is, we talk about the expense. I hear there's a neurology group now that is using stereotactic radiotherapy. I mean, when my mom passed away with a very tough cancer, I remember she had that procedure.
Same thing.
Now we're using it for animals.
Yeah. So we're literally able to tag cancer cells and remove them from the body using radioactive substances. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, next one. All right. Now, Gene, what intrigues me, it's amazing that when you think of, first of all, there are more households in America with pets than there are with kids.
Sure.
All right, something over 140 million just dogs and cats alone.
Right.
And for many families, their pets are more important. How many times I had a client signing that credit card slip saying, I got Bowser, I spent more on you than I did on my kids.
Right.
So where is it going to end? For example, we see that piece of equipment that are costing millions of dollars now going into specialty practices.
Sure.
Is there a limit to what people will spend for the pets?
So the numbers we're seeing are astronomical. It's almost $40 billion being spent on pet care in the United States today. Where it's going to end, it goes up from there because as technologies improve and as the population grows and the pet animal ownership grows, it's just going to get bigger than that.
And I also find that, one thing we know, and I talk about this on my show, is that the number one demographic of pet owners right now, millennials.
Yeah.
The fastest growing, millennials. Spending the most money,
yeah.
millennials. Yes. So, another thing that I'm seeing is, one of the things that is taking up my time is we're seeing more telemedicine. Did you realize in the human side, 90% of medical offices offer some degree or implementing some degree of telemedicine to their practices?
Yeah.
On the veterinary side, 1%. Almost like as bad as pet insurance.
Sure.
Absolutely, yeah. But I think we're going to see that change.
Oh, we
because
should.
certainly as medical record software changes and as regulations change, we're realizing that's a way that we can reach pets that maybe couldn't make it in, owners that have mobility issues, pets that are hard to transport.
Like a cat.
Yeah. How about these 50-pound tortoises that I sometimes see? You can't just pick them up and toss them in the car, right?
Right.
So we're going to have to get better at that, but I think there's a lot of new tools coming out that are going to make us feel really safe in doing so too.
That's great. So anyway, you can see behind us the hall is unbelievable. Like when we think of these companies, how many companies are being represented out there?
So right now,
Exhibitors.
so behind us, you see the activity. We have roughly 750,000 square feet of exhibitors and vendors representing about 750 different companies.
Wow.
All different types of products, all different types of services.
Right. Now, is this when you came into this industry? Was this your first foray into veterinary medicine?
Yeah, it was. You know, I'm not a vet.
Right.
I'm a business guy, so I run the association. Our chief veterinary officer here, Dana, she's the vet person. But again, getting involved with the passion that you see out here from both sides, from the exhibitors, from the attendees, it's incredible.
Yeah. No, it is. As I said, you know, just to toot your horn, coming from the West, I would always go. I still do the Western Vet Conference.
Yeah.
And you know, you see a lot of Westerners out there. I mean, I'm talking the belt buckles
Yeah.
and the boomers. And I remember coming to my first NABC, actually Eastern States before that.
Yeah.
And I saw, you know, it just seems like such a beautiful, classy conference. And when I've seen the growth over the years,
Yeah.
it's just fantastic. So I really applaud you, and I'm sure veterinarians out there do the
Yeah.
same, because without this, you know, you got to go to CE.
Yeah.
Things are changing.
Sure.
And this is where a lot of the information comes. I learn a lot from my new employees and from conferences like this.
Yeah.
So personally, I have
Let's
to
keep it
thank you.
exciting,
It
right?
is, oh, it's great.
And this is our 36th year.
Yeah. No.
And innovation comes out every year. Every year we give startup circle companies new products coming out. We give them a platform here to demonstrate that and see what they can do with
Yeah.
it.
So anyway, thank you, Gene.
Thank
you,
you.
Dana.
Thanks.
And,
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming with me. Thank you.
Okay.